Here recently, I've been doing a lot of videos about the worst food in the theme parks, but in doing that, I've neglected something very important, and that is the new food. So today, that's what I'm here to do, to see if some of this new food needs to go into one of those videos. Before we get started, we do need a rating system, and I could just do the out of 10 thing, but I think 10 is so played out. So let's do a different number. Let's do 12. I mean, 12 it's a better number anyways. I mean, 12 is important in our everyday life. I mean, there's 12 donuts in a dozen. There's 12 days of Christmas, and then if you look at a clock, there's 12 numbers on that clock. And now if I look at my phone, wouldn't you believe it? It's 12 o'clock right now. Coincidence? Yeah, actually, that's probably exactly what it is, because that's when I like to get to the parks and eat. Okay, let's go. We're going to start at Today Cafe, which has long been one of my favorite restaurants here at Universal Studios because they have 3 new pastries/cakes that I have been dying to try since I saw them on the menu. I'm first going to try this berry cream puff. It's a cream puff with, I'm guessing, berries inside or something like that, and it's also got strawberries on top with a little bit of gold on them. I don't think I have ever eaten anything with gold flake on it. I'll be honest, I don't really know how to attack this. I got silverware, but whatever. Wow. That thing is like chock full of fresh berries. It looks like there's blueberries, maybe raspberries, and strawberries. It's delicious. You know how most of the time when you get something sweet at a theme park, it's just a sugar bomb and it sits so heavy? That's not what this is at all. It sits so light, and like all the fresh berries inside are just great. Ever since I moved to Florida, I noticed something. The fruit down here is better for longer throughout the year. Like, I'm not saying it lasts longer, I'm just saying you can get ripe fruit for more of the year. At least that's what it seems like. I tried this one first because I thought I would like it the least, and that may still be true, but if I like this one the least, these next 2 things are going to be insane because this was really good. I would give this a 9.5. No, I dropped my gold. Taste fancy. Next up, we have the mixed berry cupcake, which I assume by looking at it, it's going to be very similar to the berry cream puff that we just had because of the top of it is the same fruit. 2 things. 1, this doesn't look like any cupcake I've ever seen, but that's not my call. And 2, it looks very blizzardable. You know, like how they take the blizzards and they flip them upside down. It looks like I could do that. And I don't know why I would even risk this, but we're going to. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh, that was a fluffy scoop. That came out like a cloud. Let's see how it is. Okay, as light and airy as the cream puff was, this is even more so. And the flavor, it's very similar like I assumed it would be. Although it's slightly more bitter, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just more bitter. It's like more fruit forward and less sweet than the last thing, which wasn't that sweet to begin with. With it being very similar, it's going to get a similar score. I would give this one a 9. Not quite as good, but not that much different. Another thing that I've been looking forward to the most ever since I saw it, this is the cookie butter crepe. I've had dreams about this, and I've never even had it before. When I tell you that I love cookie butter, I mean I love cookie butter. One time I bought like a jar of cookie butter thinking I would use it sparingly. It was gone in 3 days. I couldn't help myself. So the new rule in my house is no jars of cookie butter. So when I find out that there's a treat that has cookie butter in it, here we are. I'm done talking. I want to dig in. First things first. Wow, like I feel transcended. That was a transcending experience. It's just cookie butter makes anything delicious. You know how in the other 2 things I was talking about how light and airy it was? Not this at all. You probably saw from me trying to get that scoop. She's thick, but she is everything you ever wanted it to be. If you are one of the fortunate people that has a Trader Joe's close to you, you may have been lucky enough to try the Trader Joe's cookie butter ice cream. And if you haven't, run right now and go get that cookie butter ice cream. It's insane, but this is that except in cake form. It's delicious. Like this right here gets an 11 and a half, and I'm only giving it an 11 and a half instead of a 12 because 12s I don't know. It might be a 12. No, it's an 11 and a half. We can't just be handing out 12s that easy, but it's close. Listen, before I move on, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to send me all your favorite cookie butter like treats, or I don't know, your favorite cookie butter thing or your favorite cookie butter recipes. I need to try them all. It's not an addiction, I promise. The next food item is here at Central Park Crepes, and it is kind of an odd one because it was here for a long time and it was a fan favorite, my personal favorite, and then it went away. And now it's back with new ingredients and a new look. This is the smoked brisket crepe. This new iteration has brisket, corn, apple hash, pepper jack cheese, apple cider barbecue, and micro cilantro. And if you're like me, you don't think that sounds bad because it doesn't. But my whole thing is, you don't mess with perfection. So the real question is, did they butcher my sweet, sweet brisket crepe? I actually don't think they did. This is really, really good. Is it as good as the previous iteration? For me, probably not. So the other one had like a mustard barbecue sauce, and this is a apple cider barbecue sauce. This one seems a little bit sweeter to me, which isn't my favorite. And then the apple slaw. There's times where you get a bite of it and the apple slaw just works. Like it pairs with everything perfectly. But then you'll get some where the chunks of apple are just a hair too big or there's too much in one bite and it, once again, is too sweet. But aside from that, I'm really happy that it's back. Like the brisket crepe, it's still good. And it's probably a little less messy eating it on the plate like they serve it now. You used to get it in like a thing and then you were just fending for your life. The old brisket crepe would have gotten like an 11 and a half. This one, I'm going to give it a 10. It's really good. You should try it. Okay, so I made my way over here to Islands of Adventure to try a food item that I have not only never had before, but I've never even heard of. Here we are at theme parks and they are just like making food up on the spot. That's what you gotta love about theme parks. I mean, it's a crazy time to be alive in 2024/25. Am I right? Okay. Next up, we are at Croissant Moon Bakery to try their new creation called the Croffle. They have both a savory and a sweet option, the savory option being a pizza croffle, and then the sweet option being a cookies and cream croffle. Unfortunately for Croissant Moon Bakery, I consider myself somewhat intelligent, and I have them figured out before we even start. A croffle is probably just a croissant in a waffle press. You can't fool me. I don't think they were trying to fool anyone. The croissant's probably the part of croffle, and then the waffle is the full part of it. It makes sense. Unfortunately today, we have a little bit of an issue, and that is that we only have a singular croffle, the cookies and cream croffle. They were all out of the pizza croffle, which I've heard has been a thing that's happening pretty often. They run out like well before they close. They close at 4 and I'm here a little bit later, but my brother was here the other day and I think he said they got the last one at like 12 or 1 o'clock. So it's really popular, and that's why I was really excited to try it. But I guess that just means I'll go to sleep tonight and come back and try it. Like, I'll put it at the end of the video. I'll just come back just for that croffle because it sounds amazing. Would it be croffles, plural? Or is it one of those ones where croffles just both plural and singular? Once again, I could have gotten silverware, but that just seems, I don't know, too much effort. We've got hands and napkins. It'll be fine. Okay, on to the croffle. As much as I wanted this to be amazing, I don't think it was amazing. I don't know. Like, I love cookies and cream stuff. I am one of these people that I say when you go to a place to test their ice cream, like to see how good they are at making ice cream. I, I don't know how else to say that. You get cookies and cream. Like, you could get vanilla, you could get chocolate, but the true test is cookies and cream. So I had really high expectations for this, especially since they can't seem to keep the pizza croffles in stock. But that may be why they had these and not the pizza ones. Starting to make a little sense. While it's fine, like it is fine, it's just kind of like whipped cream on top. So that's never been my favorite thing. So it's not really like, to me, it doesn't really taste like cookies and cream. It tastes like cookies with whipped cream, which I know is cream, but, and I just don't really care for the Hershey's. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite. It's like, it's overly sweet. And sometimes I'm just not looking for that sugar bomb. I would give this like a 7 or a 7.5. I'll go 7.5 because it is good. And I did just have 3 other desserts, so that could be playing a part of it, but it's not as good as I wanted it to be. You know what? I'm going to text my brother to make sure I should come back tomorrow to get that pizza croffle. The next one that comes by, I'm going to see if I can try to make it look like it's going into my mouth. I just watched it. That wasn't really close. After hearing what my brother said about the croffle, I'm so excited. Like, before Christmas or a holiday or whatever, something you're excited about, you have trouble sleeping tonight? I think I'm going to have trouble sleeping tonight. I'm ready to eat that croffle. But before we do that, there are still things I need to eat here today, so let's get back to it. So I made my way over here into Confisco's, and they have several new menu items, like too many for me to try today, but there are a couple that I have been eyeballing ever since I saw them added. So they added a quesadilla to their appetizers, and then an all-new birria burger. I love birria. So down here in Orlando, there are several places that do good birria, like good birria tacos. I even found a place that does a birria burrito. It's a lot of birria, but I have never in my life even heard of a birria burger. So I'm excited. So first up, they brought me my appetizer, the quesadilla. I am so excited. I haven't had birria in a while. Like, I know I was saying there's good places down here, but ever since I moved, those places that I knew about are like further away, so I haven't had any. Yes, I don't know what else to say. Yes. Confisco's is one of those places that I don't go that often because it's one of the only sit-down restaurants here in Islands of Adventure. But every time I come here, I never leave disappointed, and that's going to continue after this appetizer. This is delicious. I've always been stuck getting the same appetizer over and over, which is the ahi tuna nachos. Is this as good as the ahi tuna nachos? I don't think so. It's really good. Those ahi tuna nachos are this thing looks as good as it smells too. It's insane, and it is like, it's a lot. So I'm gonna need both hands, and I know how much I'll hate this microphone, so I'll clip it to my hat as I try it. I'm also going to prepare for the mess. Like I said, the smell coming out is insane. I'm actually going to take a little sneak peek. I feel like I should dip it in the consomme. Oh, I've made a mistake. A happy mistake. That is one of the best burgers I've ever had in a theme park. It just like punch you in the mouth. It's a flavor bomb. I mean, stuff coming from everywhere. There's the birria, the burger, the cheese. Then you got the consomme. It's so delicious. It's got the smokiest smell and flavor that I've ever had from a burger, and that is not a bad thing. What kind of fries are these? Okay, so it doesn't say, but it's almost like a yuca fry, in a way. Yeah, that's the move. Yeah. I don't know. Not on the Fast and Furious shirt. Look what I have. Yummy, yummy leftovers for tonight. Or maybe tomorrow. I'm pretty full. I still can't get over how good that meal was. I never gave them a rating. I realized that because I was just so indulged. I was indulgent. I was into the meal. Like, I was super into that. It was just delicious, even after all the food I've had today. Okay, let's give them a ranking. So that quesadilla, I would give the quesadilla a 10. It's a solid 10. Just really good. Would definitely recommend getting it as an appetizer. But then that birria burger, I really hope they keep that on the menu. That was one of the best bites that I've ever had. So smoky and just so many flavors hitting you in the mouth at once. It was delicious. That's an 11.5. That's as close to a 12 as you can get. Like, closer to a 12 than the cookie butter cake, even though I gave them the same rating. Way closer. Listen, as good as that birria burger was, I cannot get the pizza croffle off my mind. I can't wait to wake up, rush over here, beat traffic to try to get one before they sell out. I'm so pumped up about it. Also, I've been thinking, I have a way to fix the cookies and cream croffle. It doesn't really need to be fixed, but I have a fix to make it better. Make it cookie butter. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning! This is me brushing my teeth, and this is Gino. This is me walking into Islands of Adventure, and this is me ordering a pizza croffle. Can I get the pizza croffle, please? It finally happened. I did not get scooped today. I got up super early, like 10 o'clock, to come over here and get this. I feel like this is one of those make or break moments where, like, I've been anticipating it for so long that if it doesn't live up to my expectations, I'm going to be so disappointed. But it is time. Time to try the pizza croffle. As a kid, one of my favorite things in the world was pizza bagels. And you know when you would cook pizza bagels, or your mom would cook them for you, in my instance, you know how you would get a pizza, like, there was better pizza bagels than others. Like, some of them were just better. They had more toppings, or they were just cooked a little bit better. This is the best pizza bagel of the bunch. It's nothing fancy. Like, it is what it is, but what it is great. I mean, like I said, pizza bagels, S-tier snack, S-tier. There is one problem with it, and that's that it's $9.99. I feel like this is like a $6.99 item, so I think it's overpriced. It's delicious, but if I'm just going to get something, because it's not huge, like if I'm going to get something that's like a snack, $10 is just a little high, because I think the cookies and cream one was like $7 or something, so that's my complaint. It should be cheaper. That would also mean that I could consume more. I'm going to give this thing an 11. It would be closer to that 12 if it was not $9.99. Today's been enjoyable. Well, today and yesterday combined. Enjoyable. Not trying the worst foods. It's been enjoyable. I just want to give a big thank you to all of my channel members. I appreciate y'all all so much. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye now.